Howdy folks, got a little story for you today. So raise a mug or lend an ear and I'll tell you a story you're going to want to hear, the likes of which has never been told of Greench the Brave and Max the Bold. Well, these two fellas, they were down in Guck and they charged right in like they were full of luck, or maybe they just didn't give up. Either way, they were full of pride and promptly fell, yeah, both of them died. But that's no match for Swampy Grit, for Greench stood up with quite a fit. He yelled, "You come back, you scaly brute," and Max returned with a gator salute. So Max blinked to life with a swamp-born scream, his eyes lit up like a fever dream. He wrecked those frogs and what came near and cleared a path back to their gear. So raise a drink to those who fall and rise, and swamp monsters of every size, for Greench and Max bring a fearless cheer. They may die a lot, but they're still here. Hey everyone, we are back with Greench today. I'm doing a little voiceover after the fact because some things went down after the bits of video I just showed. You can see I make level 30 in there. And then if you look here, I'm only level 29. So what happened, you can kind of tell in the end of that last video clip, but I got stuck on top of a fire pot there in that room while I was fighting the froglocks, and I couldn't actually move. So I was able to finish off one of the guys, help Max finish off one of the guys and make level 30, but then since I couldn't get off top of that fire pot and it forced me into like a ducking position, I couldn't actually cast any spells. So we ended up getting ads and ended up dying. I couldn't log out or anything like that. So I did die and lose 30 in the same fight, basically, that I made 30. So, I did what I always do, regather myself, run back to Guck, and get ready to head in. So while I was out front, getting all my spells set up and everything, getting everything rememmed, getting Max summoned, all the buffs up so we could run down for corpse recovery, which I figured would be fairly straightforward. We actually found, I found a really good spot, much better spot than over by the Shinlord area. I found a much better spot to grind out the last couple levels, 29 and 30. Really hoping to get to 30, and then get that new pet, get the upgrade to Max, so I could give some of these name spawns a try. But when I got back to the entrance to Guck and I was hanging out there buffing up, wouldn't you know it, along comes Minesweeper. So Minesweeper's a fan of the channel. He's made some comments before on some videos, and we ran into each other there. He was coming to check on me, see how I was doing. The timing is great, so he ended up asking if he could just invis me so I could run back to get my body. This area that I'm walking through right now is very busy with froglocks. So getting back to this room right here is a long process. There's a lot of roamers and camps to get through on the way, and it takes quite a while to get here. But once you're here, you can kind of hang out by this little wooden bridge right here and just kind of, keep an eye on the spawns around you. And there's 3 spawns in the room, really nice for grinding. And then anytime I end up ahead, I kind of killed the spawns that are in the little room behind us there too. Now the nice thing is in this water here, you can dive down and you can swim over to the side, and there's a zone line there, so you can just zone out if things get hairy. And trust me, they did quite a few times. I didn't quite, like I said, I was stuck on the fire pot, so I didn't quite make the zone out on that last one. So I really appreciate it, Minesweep, coming in there as the hero he is and helping me get back to my stuff. I had a little bit left, a few percent left then to get back up to 30. So we cleared out this room. We're grouped right now. Minesweeper is level 60, so I'm not really getting anything for these guys. But we ended up having a little discussion and deciding to. He decided to stick around just long enough to help me get 30 back, since I didn't mind the help. I'm not really into power leveling on this character at all, but I didn't mind the help in this case since I kind of died to a buggy thing with the fire pot. And honestly, I was just really excited about getting level 30 and the upgrade to Max, so I really wanted to get it done. So he stuck around, helped me pull some mobs one at a time, and we just cranked them out real quick. So it didn't take very long. Another 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, I was back up to level 30. Super exciting. And then, of course, I said, I just asked him if he would invis me out as well so I could go back and get my stuff. So Not bad at all, considering I was a little let down when I died on that fire pot and lost level 30. But getting it back so fast, being able to run into Minesweeper and have a conversation with him was really cool. So while we're doing that, when we finished out level 30, we had a little discussion, and he offered me a quest. So one of the things he pointed out is there aren't a lot of weapon options here in Upper and Lower Guck for a Beastlord, since these dungeons do predate Beastlords, right? And offered me a quest for a weapon. And that quest is, if I bring him the blades of all the lords of Guck, that he will reward me with a Fist of Iron. Now, Fist of Iron is an out-of-era weapon. It's pretty amazing. But I think that's a cool quest. Now, this isn't a swamp item, but if he brings it into the swamp, I think in one of the first episodes we said if something makes our way into the swamp, it must be ours because it's in our swamp, right? So I did accept the quest. So we need to get ourselves some weapons, some blades from the lords, the kings of Guck. So the first one on our list is Ghoulbane, because that's going to be the easiest one to go after. Well, the only one we can go after at our level. So once we get set up with new spell, we'll run back, clear inventory, get new spells, get everything memmed and sorted, get the new max upgrade set up. Our plan will be to start pushing our way towards the Shin Lord and try to get Ghoulbane. Now after that, once we get that, we'll probably be moving ourselves into Lower Guck, and the longer road will be to make our way to the Froglock King and get the Mithril two-handed sword that he has, and then the short sword of Ikesha from the Ghoul Lord. So that is, we're looking at, several levels ahead there. That's going to be late 40s, maybe even 50, before we can realistically solo any of those things. Now, if we can get a group along the way, that would be okay too. We might be able to pull that in a little bit by getting a group and camping. But we'll see. So I did take the quest. I think that's awesome. Minesweeper came in and made his way through the swamp to give Greench a quest. I'm not going to turn that down, even if it's going to take me 20 levels to get there. I appreciate you, Minesweep. It's awesome. So I did go back after making 30. We got everything set up, and I am ready to dive back into Guck. We're going to see with new upgraded max, new upgraded spells, just being stronger. We're going to see if we can make our way down there to the Shin Lord room and actually clear it. It's a tough room to clear. There's 3 mobs in the room itself. We still don't have any kind of snare, so we're still looking at runners and things like that. So we may find ourselves in that predicament of dying a few times. And if that's the case, then our goal would be to go out and maybe make 32, right, and then come back and work on it. So we're gonna give that a go and see what happens. All right, here we go. We are in Grobb. So I just went ahead, I purchased all my spells, and I have rememmed everything we need here. So if we look at the new spells, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. During disease and during breath, some food. We got to upgrade to our strength buff, which is cool. Spirit of the Wolf, that's so huge. So now we've got our run speed buff. That's going to be awesome. Spirit Strike's a new direct damage nuke. We have Turtle Skin for some armor buff. Shrink, which I haven't tried yet on myself or Max, so we'll give that a shot. We've got a new heal. We've got a new upgrade to Max, and we've got a new Max buff. So we got rid of the Blizzard, and now we have Inferno. I've already memorized all these. I haven't tried any of them yet, so while we sit here, we're going to give this a go. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to our current version of Max, and we are going to summon in a new one. Let's bring in the Spirit of Heracol. There he is, our upgraded Max. Now he's dark blue to us again, a little bit bigger. I think, than he was before. I think there's a limit on the size. I'd probably say that every level. But he does look bigger to me. But I would like him to be smaller because in Guck, it's quite the challenge getting around him in all of the hallways. So I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm targeting Max. I'm gonna try to shrink him. See if it actually shrinks him or it just shrinks me. Oh, yes. Perfect. Little tiny Max. Perfect. Now we can run over him. So when we get stuck in hallways, hopefully we can just run past him. In addition to that, I'm certain I can shrink myself as well. So these are big quality of life things. Spirit of Wolf, Shrink. Ah, it's gonna be so good. There we go. Now we're just a couple of tiny guys ready to go take on Guck. I also realize I am level 30 now. I am well past level 20 where I could have a surname, and I haven't put much thought into what my surname could be on Greench. So if you have any ideas, if you're watching this and you have any ideas, feel free to pitch them my way. I can think about it. Maybe we can have a poll together or something if people offer suggestions. So Greench is a little bit named after the Grinch from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So maybe I could give him the last name Whoville or something like that. But we'll have to think about it. I haven't put much thought into it yet. All right, we've got Max. We have him shrunk, so we're feeling good about that. We have the same slow spell we had. We have the same self-heal we had before, which is becoming pretty ineffective at this point. It has saved our lives, but it's very low strength overall. But our plan is head back into Upper Guck. And we'll have to decide once we get in there which way we're headed. Am I going to go towards... I wanted to camp out the Ancient Croc and try to get the legs and sleeves, and I think that might be the first play. Although we'll have to see how difficult it is to actually get over to that area. Now, when I went there, I peeked into that when I was grinding out those other levels, 29 and 30, and the crocodiles there were still yellow at that point. So I imagine they're at least even at this point. I think the Ancient Croc is level 30. It could be a good fight. Now, it is a pretty safe spot as far as getting ads and stuff like that. But we do need to break the initial spawn. So that is a possibility, is to camp that and try to get those upgrades. It also might make us a little bit stronger to go take on the Ghoul Lord, the Shin Ghoul Lord. I'm sorry, the Shin Lord, not the Ghoul Lord, the Shin Lord, to try to get his weapon towards our meta quest of Minesweeper's quest to get the Fist of Iron. I think I just saw a comment from Minesweeper today. I need to respond to it on one of the videos talking about an offhand as well. And I'm just ecstatic to even have given me a quest, Minesweeper, so I'm not too worried about it. If you want to throw in an offhand, that's cool. Or maybe there's, if you want to think about multiple parts, I could turn in each blade one at a time. I don't know. You can think about that and let me know. I just love the idea of having kind of a meta quest to chase besides just, leveling up within the swamp, which in itself has already been an awesome, fun challenge and quest. That's going to be the plan. I imagine what I'll want to do is get a buffer into 30, and then I will probably, as we're moving to a new spot, a new camp, and trying to figure it out, I'll probably die a few times. It probably won't be a super clean transition into the new area. That's been the MO. I'd like to get enough into 30 that I don't lose 30 every time. It's not as simple as losing like 29 or 28 where it's not a new pet and all those things. If I lose 30, I actually have to go memorize my other spells to bring up a weaker version of Max and all those things. So what I would like to do is find kind of a safety spot to get, maybe 30% into the level, and then work from there. Here we are back at our home away from home. And Guck. Let me buff us up before we go in. Oh, Max is going crazy. Floating up in the air. These buffs are going to cost me a bit more mana, so we'll have some, maybe slightly more downtime because of that. We'll see. Double check. I think I cleared my inventory out. Yes, I did. We'll clear inventory for whatever we're doing now. Let's see, Max has Spirit of Strength, Spirit of Inferno. Our Spirit Strength, not Spirit of Strength. And we're going to want to... I think the way I'm going to have to do this is start swapping these out as I cast them. We'll want Turtle Skin in there. And I think we still want Spirit of Bear also, so... Alright, we're all buffed up. Ready to go. I'm just going to double check. Max has everything he needs. Spirit of Inferno is his new big proc spell, which is be good. Alright, we are inside. I am going to go ahead and shrink us both. Let's just get that done. This is going to make so much of navigating in these tunnels so much better. Alright, when we get to where we're going, I'm going to have to do a quick med up, get some mana for our fights. But I think what we're going to do is if you look at the map here, if I zoom in, I'll lose it, but out here is the Ancient Croc. So I think what we're going to do is kind of go up the way we went before and then make our way over towards the Ancient Croc, and we'll see what fights we have on the way and see if there's something we can't handle. Oops, I went the wrong way. And I think those will all be good fights. Now the risk is always runners. But the nice thing is, up that way, there are a couple of zone lines. So we can try to do our best to camp near a zone line, so we can always run away if needed. Ooh, where did I end up going? I'm all over the place here. Okay. I was trying to come up in a different spot, but this is fine. Got myself lost turning in the water. We'll try to get down. I'm hoping we can get all the way into the camp there. So what I don't think I'll need to switch. So what I had done before is I've done some recon with Crush. Ooh, it's only 36, so we're gaining on Crush real fast here, and I don't think he's going to be much help pretty soon for recon, other than the fact that he can invis, so he can go a lot of places pretty easily if they're not. He can invis and invis undead, so he may actually be decent for recon if I need to figure out how something's working, but mostly I don't want to rely on that. I just kind of want to do it myself. I believe most of these frogs should just be green now, and I can just run right through here. I'm being a little bit reckless with it, but I think that's okay. Right now my goal is going to be to get to this zone line here, and that's where I'll med up to full, and then we'll start trying to make our path towards our camp. Now the real target here is, of course, the Shin Lord. I just want to, I think getting those armor upgrades would be just a little, push us over the edge just a little bit toward being strong enough to take on that camp. I think the three in the room, there's the Shin Lord and his two companions in the room. I think that's going to be a tough fight for us. But it's worth doing. The problem with the Shin Lord really is that he's not near any zone line, so it's an all or nothing kind of fight, and I kind of want to get that padding into 30 before we go into an all or nothing kind of fight. I'm not afraid of dying. I'm willing to for the cause, but I'd rather do it the smartest, go in as smart as I can. At least be ready to not lose, or at least try not to lose my level in the midst of all of it. All right, we're in pretty good shape for mana. Give this a go. Now is where I need to start watching out for... I think there's somebody else kind of killing stuff in this area, which is good. That will keep some of the pressure off of us. So I want to curve around this way because I don't want to go through. These rooms get real dicey in here with a lot of roamers coming through the static spawns. We're going to do our best to not fight these, but we're going to start running into... Okay, so that guy did attack. I'm going to slow on him and go to town. And he's green, so of course he's going to run. He's going to run. Oh, it turned off. Oh, he's turning off auto attack. I look so tiny compared to this... these frog walks now. That's funny. Alright, I think think Max is much stronger. This is good. So from here, since that guy attacked us, I'm just going to go ahead and pull him. Starting from here. So we just have a clean path and we're not just picking up... Oh man, his Spirit of Inferno really hit that guy hard. I'll have to look at what the numbers are on that. That was crazy. Look at that. Oh, it's like a third of his health. Alright, we don't really want to be in this area. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. See, look at this. It's just insane over here. So I'm going to zone this. I don't want to spend all my mana on these guys because these guys are in the wrong direction that I want to go anyway. So I'm going to zone these off, and I'm going to heal myself up, and then we're gonna continue on the path we intended. And that's probably going to happen a whole bunch up here until I get myself established at a camp. There's going to be a lot of just zoning off all of a bunch of ads. I might have gone too soon. They might still be sitting right behind the zone line here. We'll see. Great, so I'll take this one. He's worth experience. We'll fight him right here. But in general, I didn't want to deal with fighting guys that were going the wrong way, like we were running back this way, and I need to go up there. So clearing that area wasn't going to do me any good towards the overall goal. But this is the problem I've had in this area. There's just so many roamers and frogs that it's hard when you can't, when you don't have a means to snare. Which, honestly, I think that's one of the biggest challenges of playing a Beastlord. I think overall I feel pretty strong at killing. But that lack of a snare is a big thing, you know? The lack of a snare and the lack of an invis. Because if I can invis, I can just get to where I need to be. And start camping. And at this level, Crushed Him already had, or had for a long time, an invis spell, so it was easy. All right, let me heal a little bit. Yeah, this heal is pretty weak for us at this point. It's doing 30 something, and I have over 800 health, so usually I just even out my health and my mana. Yeah, they're just everywhere. Alright, we're just going to kill everybody, I guess, on our way. Go for it. I'll sit back and heal up while Max takes this guy. So it actually might be a good idea to try to get back to that room I was camping in before, because there's a zone line right there. And if I can get back into there, I could almost just train all of these guys out and run out of the zone. But if I get back into there, that's a safe spot right there. I can sit on that bridge as a safe spot and not get attacked, which could be the way to go. And then from there, I can use that as kind of the base to go out this way. There are 3 guys on this little island, and there's a roamer that comes through this room. But if I can get into that room, that would be a great start. But I'm going to give this one more try here. I'm going to try going up this way. We cleared a couple of these guys. They shouldn't be respawned yet. And this does turn and go over towards where I was camping before, but we don't need to do that. It's kind of a question whether this guy's going to attack or not. Let's see if I can run past him. If we can just get past that guy, that's a huge step. Okay, so this leads back to the room I was in before, so we're actually pretty close to a zone line. And then we've got these guys out here on the island who are blue, light blue, and green. That would be a heck of a fight. And we have this guy who might add if we get a runner. So where we need to get to is that tunnel over there. I don't think we can swim past these guys. I'm pretty sure that they will jump in and fight if we try to swim past them. I think I'm going to try to clear them first. The moment I'm gonna think about what I want to do here. I'm gonna run through here. I'm going to zone this guy off me. Then I'm going to take a short break after I get back and set up on that bridge. We'll come back at it. Back after a little break here. We are in the safe spot. So this is the room that I was camping before. There's this Ton Knight here, Shin Warrior, and then there's another Ton Knight around the corner. And you can pull them all the way back to kind of along this wooden plank here. And you're pretty safe. They'll run, like what if I pull that Ton Knight first, they'll usually run and pull the Shin Warrior, but usually I can handle it. And then there are two roamers that come through here, one from this hallway over here and one from around the corner, and they kind of pass through here. So you have to time some of your pulls around that so they're not always getting accidentally auto-pulled along with it. But all in all, it's been a great room. It pretty quickly got me from 28 to 30. And honestly, looking at him, this guy's light blue, this guy's blue. I bet the other one's light blue. I mean, I could continue to push from here. Oh, he's blue. So this room has a lot of potential to continue on to 31, 32. But for today, we're going to try a little more adventure. And then behind here, there's two more spawns. So they all are also slightly higher, so they could take us up a few more levels. I did log out and back in, so I'm going to reshrink us both, Max and I. Give us a little more mobility. Alright, so I think what I'm going to try swimming back into that room that had the platform with the 3 guys on it, and then I'm going to see if I can sneak over to here. The only problem with that is my guess is they're going to aggro. And we're going to have to probably swim for the zone to dip out real quick. The nice thing is the one on this side is green, so there's a chance. And then I know over here there are a couple of shaman that roam up and down, like down in this little hallway here. So we'll have to see what we can do here. I'm going to stay low and hug the wall. Oh, both shaman are there. Did I aggro? Doesn't look like I've aggroed anything. It looked like the one was swimming away, so we'll give that a second, let it happen. Okay. So I'm hoping... Oh, I got stunned right when I came out. I'm hoping it's just the one... Oh, see, I got all those guys. Alright, we're going to get out of here. I could swim, but I think it's going to be faster to just do it this way and then swim out. Okay, so when I popped up on the side with the blue guy on the platform, I definitely aggroed him. But I was able to swim over there and not aggro anybody by just staying near the green spawn. The problem was when I popped out of the water, it was the 2 shaman, which I think is going to be a difficult fight because they do heal each other. Which means you've really got to last until they're fully out of mana and then still deal with a runner at the end too. Okay, we're going to pop up here and just regroup. Max is still with me. So let's hit him with a heal. I think it says I can't see him. Oh, just spell fizzles. Okay, we've got to skill up a little bit. Let's see how much this heals. 71. Ooh. Oh, we're talking now. That's a huge heal for Max. That's amazing. Alright, we're just going to try this again right away. I'm going to... Same plan. I'm going to stay low, hug the wall. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I think I went a little too far last time also, so what I'm worried as soon as I come out of here, I'm going to aggro all those guys again. Yeah, I can hear him hitting me already, so... Okay, so we can't actually come up out of the water. So, okay, we're back to the original plan. We're going to... Ooh, come on. We're going to go around and just clear our way to those guys again and clear them out. No problem. Okay, so we learned some stuff there. We'll have to come around from the other direction. That's fine. There's experience involved there. I think what I might do here, honestly, is take a few rounds of just grinding out these three guys, these safe spawns that I know in this room already, and I already know how to fight them, and go ahead and get us that buffer in level 30. So I'm going to knock that out, and then come back, and with that, once we have some buffer, we'll be a little more daring and go around the corner, start working on those pools and see what we can do. It'll have the benefit of also clearing out this room for us, so if we have to run back through here, we won't also aggro all of these like I've been doing each time I run back through. So I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to talk the whole time, so I'll probably just kind of either montage it out or we'll just skip to afterwards. I'll decide when I'm editing this later. But you can see the two roamers that come here and hang out at the edge also. So you have to be kind of careful. You don't want this like Shin Warrior running out there and pulling those two guys also. Although they are lower. Yeah, they're green. I can actually get them to target. So they're green. They're not that bad. But these guys in this room are great for experience. So let's do that.
Do the do rock and roll, come on. Well, tonight, we're gonna dance a little rock and roll, rock and roll. Tonight's the night, we're gonna blow the speakers out. Boop, boop, I want y'all to the twist. Come on, I want y'all to the twist. That's right. Come on, rock, 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 rock. Pop should do me rock and roll. Yeah, yeah. All the bad girls and the greaser boys in the house. Bobby Soxers and the Teddy boys rock and roll. All the rockabilly girls, I want you on the dance floor now. Let me tell you why. 'Cause tonight's the night we're gonna twist the whole town round. Wow, wop, bop, bop. Show some love for the cool cats in the scene. Through the skirts and the jukebox playing loud. Hot rods and leather coats, 'cause we be swinging on Saturday nights. Let me tell you why. 'Cause tonight's the night we're gonna twist a little rock and roll. Well, tonight's the night we're gonna dance a little rock and roll. Rock and roll. Tonight's the night we're gonna blow the speakers out. Boop, boop, I want y'all to the twist. Come on, I want y'all to the twist. That's right. Come on, rock, 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 rock. The rock should do me rock and roll. Yeah, yeah. All the hip cats and the doo-wop boys in the crew. Polka dots on the boppers moving smooth. High school kings and queens, and we be shaking to the beat. Let me tell you why. 'Cause tonight's the night we're gonna rock this whole place down. Booty boo. All the jukebox jobbers, the rebels in the scene. Penny loafers, only one place to be. I want y'all to do the twist. Come on, I said I want y'all to do the twist. But let me tell you why. 'Cause tonight's the night we're gonna dance a little rock and roll. Well, tonight's the night we're gonna dance a little rock and roll. Rock and roll. Tonight's the night we're gonna blow the speakers out. Boop, boop, I want y'all to do the twist. Come on, I want y'all to do the twist. Let me tell you why. 'Cause tonight's the night we're gonna dance a little rock and roll. Yeah, yeah. Come on, rock, 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 rock. You do me rock and roll. Yeah, yeah. I want y'all to dance rock, 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 rock. Rock, you do me rock and roll. Get up and dance rock, 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 rock. You do me rock and roll. That's right. Come on, dance. Blow the speaker. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on. Yeah, rock and roll, baby. Yeah.
All right, we've got a good buffer now. I'm looking at 31% into the level. I did just fight, so I'm a little low on mana. Full man up to about 50%. And we're going to go around the corner there. So during the, I cleared out this room a few times. I cleared out the room behind me a few times, and then I went ahead. And went up and around this corner. And I did pull 2 of the guys from the platform there. So I pulled the guy that was kind of over to the left, and the Ton Warrior didn't come with him. So I think we're in good shape to probably cut across past that guy. And over here, we're going to have those couple of shaman that we have to deal with. Now, there's also a roamer that comes up this way. Now, last time he was green. I don't know if anything's changed, if anybody's fought him along the way. What I think we're going to want to do is get up to about 60% mana. Maybe kill this guy. He's green, so I'm hoping that Max can just tear him up. Like, we'll just go out on that island. Here's that roamer coming up. Got to keep an eye. And then we can pull one of those shaman across to here and kill it before all of these respawn. That's going to be my plan. All right, there we go. We're at 53% mana. This guy's green. I'm going to ignore him. I'll come across to here. And I want to go ahead and fight this one. I'm going to try to conserve mana. I'm not going to put the Tainted Breath on him. I did slow him. We will just let Max work on him while I try to get some more mana back. And there's one of the shaman. So what I want to do is try to pull the shaman over, because there's another one that roams. There's one that roams to the left and one that roams kind of to the right or straight ahead. Now our path takes us straight ahead in that direction, like up this way. But this guy that's showing right now, he roams down in this little catacomb down here. Alright, so that's good. Throw a heal on Max real quick. Should still be, yeah, still 50% mana. So I'm going to try to bring, not summon, I'm going to try to get this guy to come out here and fight us on this platform before the other one shows up. Good stuff. And if we are back far enough, if the other one comes, I'm thinking he won't aggro. And I'll fall in the water, why not? Here we go. So Max is tearing him up. He's got some heals, so you can see his health is bumping up a little bit, but overall this should be pretty good. I think we still have time on the spawns here on this platform, but what we're going to do is move over here. We'll sit at the end, probably a little past the end of this bridge, and wait for that other Vish Shaman. Although I see a Vish Shaman corpse right there, so these look like they're just about to decay. So someone did come through here fairly recently and tear these up. Alright, let's help knock this guy down real quick. Alright, that got us done with all that at 48% mana, so still doing alright. So what we'll do is, let's see, what's going on with these guys. Okay, so they're near to rotting. So let's explore down this way a little bit and see what we're looking at. It looks like someone might have killed that other roaming shaman, which would be alright for us. Alright, these got a couple of blues here. I think we can sneak by these guys, but why don't we just chill here in the hallway, mana up a little bit, then we'll just try to sneak by those guys, because if I can get into the water, I mean, the nice thing is there's a zone line right there, so if I really need to run for it, I can always go to the zone line. Honestly, I could run by these guys, zone them out, come back in, and then go over to the Ancient Croc, which is going to be, I believe it's up in this top left corner. Well, here, I can turn on the, yeah, the Ancient Croc is up there. Now, we may get to the Ancient Croc and just find there's no freaking way, like he's just way too strong for us, but I think this is going to be a lot of fun to give it a try. So let me see, what are we looking at? We've got 2 blues at least, and then maybe another guy. I'm going to give this a go to just run out there and see if I can go around them. Okay, they don't aggro. Yeah, that's 3 blues. Ooh, this guy's right on us. So someone just killed these, which makes that easier for us as well. I think someone's just roaming up here. I did see another Beastlord, a higher level Beastlord up here. So maybe he's just roaming around killing everything. Maybe he's camping the Ancient Croc here. We'll see. Come around the corner and he's there. He might just be coming out here and killing some things and coming back. Okay, so no one here. Oof, a blue and a white. That's gonna be a rough fight, but I think we can do that. And I think this one's the placeholder for the Ancient Croc. Actually, I've never personally camped the Ancient Croc, so I don't know in all my time. I played on the hero's journey and I swam all around in here and killed everything, but I was pretty much invincible, so I didn't really pay that much attention to what was where. So I'm going to mana up here fully, make sure, see, like Spirit Strength's running out on me, so we'll rebuff, mana up, do all those things, and then we will give this pull a go and see what we can do. I don't know if these are social or not, but I would think that... Okay, so these are ready to attack, so these aren't like the other ones that... Since I'm a Beastlord, they don't mind me. But we'll be right back and give it a go. Alright, here we go. We are buffed up. And sitting at 98% mana. There it is. Ticked over to 100%. We are going to give this a go. I think the play is going to be to slow the even leveled con. And at the same time send in Max. So I'm going to slow. Get Max in there. Have him intercept him. Oh, he came one at a time. That's what I was really hoping, because the other Crocs weren't social. This just got way easier. Right on. Alright, he's slowed. He's got Tainted Breath up on him, so he's taken some ticks of damage. Tainted Breath is still the best overall dot that we have. Although we did get a new nuke, so while I sit here, let me throw it in my buff spot there. What's it called? Spirit Strike. What is the skill for Spirit Strike? Evocation. I don't know why I'm suddenly slurring my word. What's your skill for Spirit Strike? Alright, Evocation. We are looking at 42. So we are not going to try that in this... Well, you know what? Heck with it. Let's try it. It's going to be a lot of fizzles, but I'm just going to click until it goes. And nothing. Whole mana bar. Whole mana bar of fizzles. That just means I slowed us down. That's all. Alright, so now we're on the other one. I will slow him. I think we'll be okay still with Max. Max should be able to take this guy, okay. I'm gonna try to get... I need 75 to heal him up. I spent everything on the Spirit Strike fizzles, but let's see if that doomed us or not. I can always step in there and tank some of it. I have lots of health. I think we're fine. He's a blue con. So we have 78. We'll get one more tick, and then well, I'll try to heal him. Yeah, I was worried about that. Fizzle on the first attempt. Let's get it. As soon as it ticks over, we'll try again. There we go. This is probably enough to finish the fight right here. I'll get in there for the end of it. I'm not too concerned about the time to med up, because my plan is just to kind of stay in this room for a few cycles. Make sure I understand what's spawning here, and then as I get comfortable with the camp, or just the timing. What do we get there? Flame a box. Okay. As I get comfortable with the timing, I will maybe branch out into the other corridors and see what's going on. This guy will not be... Yeah, he'll be green. Okay. So, this is our camp. I'm going to give it a go for a while. So, because I want to get something out there, usually I've been trying to get these videos out every week on Thursday, and this week was super busy, so I didn't get anything out there. I think I'm going to cut this short, so it's going to be a short one today. But the goal was to make it up here to the Ancient Croc camp after getting all set up in level 30, and to get a buffer into level 30. So we got we're almost 40% or 38% into level 30. Got that buffer going now. Made it to the Ancient Croc camp. So we'll pick it up next time. I'll probably do some offline leveling like I generally do. Maybe not quite as much as not 2 levels like I've been doing, 2 or 3 levels, but a little bit. And I'll probably hang out here at the Ancient Croc camp. Now I will record it so that if I do get a good drop or something, we can talk about it in the next episode. I think for now we're going to call it here, and look forward to getting all of our fat loots from the Ancient Croc in the next little while. And then you figure we'll make a level or two and we'll maybe have some slightly better gear, and we can make our way over to the Shin Lord would be our next target. Hey everyone, Sigil here. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Greench and Max, and looking forward to starting on the new quest given to us by Minesweep. If you want to see more, go ahead and give those YouTube buttons a push and you'll be alerted when the next ones come out, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.